Hi everyone, this is Jackie here from Celtic Vision and I welcome you all to my channel. Today's reading is a pick a card reading, a no contact reading. Why are they silent? Now before we get started, I would just like to say I realise I have a bit of a problem with my camera. It seems to be skipping slightly when it's recording, so I've ordered the relevant parts, but it will be a couple of days. But in the meantime, I'm going to put this reading up anyway, so hopefully it'll be okay for you guys. So we've three piles. We've pile number 1, orange calcite, pile number 2, quartz, clear quartz, and pile number 3 is a green stone, and I'm not sure which one it is. So anyway, if you want to choose a pile, which pile resonates with you, and then we'll get started. Thank you. And we've pile number 1, which is the orange calcite crystal, and the cards are justice, strength, temperance, 9 of swords, death card, and we have the tower, empress, 4 of cups, 7 of pentacles, knight of wands in reverse, and from the oracles we have decrease, victim mentality, sacred sexuality, and religion and spirituality. Okay guys, so some big energies here. We can see 4 out of the 5 of these tarot cards are major arcanas, so a lot going on here. So why are they silent? Well, we'll start here with the tower card. So I can tell that you have really rocked the foundation of their world. When they met you or when they were with you, you really just shook everything up for them in a way they hadn't been before. And I think they may have been a little overwhelmed by it all. We have the justice card here, and it's saying that they were trying to kind of come to terms with it, get it all into balance. And I think it's made them realize they've had to make a decision in their life about what to do going forward, because they have very strong feelings for you. We have the strength card, so there's a strength of feelings for you with the empress. So they really were very taken by you, absolutely. And over here we have the sacred sexuality card, and this is very high energy, and this talks about the highest type of sexual union, a very spiritual one, a merging of souls. So a deep connection here, a very spiritual connection. Now I'm not saying that you guys were ever intimate, but they may have felt they may have felt the depth of this connection without you guys ever being physically intimate. And this is a very, very high vibe connection. So it may simply have felt too much for them. Definitely felt, I think, too much. They never knew this kind of connection existed, and when it hit them, you know, they weren't sure what to do about it. And like we have the religion and spirituality card, so it's practically a spiritual experience for them. But I think they've been totally overwhelmed, because we have the victim mentality card. See, here they are sitting here holding their head, and funny enough we have that 9 of swords sitting there holding their head as well. So it's kind of left them like, wow, what is this? And look at the water signifying emotions kind of overflowing. It's almost like they're just trying to process everything. Yeah, and we have the decrease card above it, and this can indicate the severing of a relationship or a situation. And I think they may have done that. Now they may have just disappeared off your radar. They may not have even told you they were going to back away. But it was almost like they felt they needed to do that, just to try and come to terms with how they were feeling. And we have the death card here, so it's almost like for them, you know, stepping away from the relationship. But the only thing is, this type of energy you can't ignore. You know, it's very high vibe energy. It's very intense energies, and while they're trying to, it looks like they're trying to literally process it, it's not something you can really ignore long term. One way or another, you're going to have to process it. And yeah, so this is the card of transformation as well, the Death card. So moving from one part of your life into another. So they're literally in that transformation phase. And underneath it we have the Knight of Wands, so in reverse. So it's like they just couldn't handle. We have the Nine of Swords, so here they are, and they're sitting here, and this is all about anxieties and being overwhelmed. But things aren't as bad as it seems, of course. They just need to deal with it, to face how they're feeling, and just get used to it. And here we have the Seven of Pentacles, and that's a card of choice, making decisions. So they have to make the decision. Do they want to really go forward with you, get back into contact, and see where this goes? And we have the Temperance card, and that is all about healing and balance. So this is what they need to do, really, is to start healing the situation. And it does, because we have the Four of Cups here, and you can see this person, she's looking out there. She's with there's 3 empty cups here. She's looking that way where all the empty cups are, and there's one here being offered. This is you guys. You're offering this to him or her, and all the colour and beauty is this side, but they're just not looking at that. They've almost like they've deliberately turned away because the intensity is too much. But as I said, that can't be ignored forever. They're going to have to I know they have probably ignored you, but they need to deal with their emotions. And ultimately they're looking over at you here. So I think that it's not a situation. I believe that they, at some stage, they will get back into contact with you, but they have to do their healing first. But essentially they're just overwhelmed by the depth of your connection. It's something they never felt before. They didn't even realize that kind of intensity existed. So they just have to process that and grow with it and deal with it. Yeah, so very nice. So guys, I hope that's been helpful. So if you like this reading, and we've pile number 2, the clear quartz crystal. So having a look at the cards here, we have the 2 of rods or wands in reverse, 2 of swords, 4 of pentacles, the Empress, the Star, the Wheel in reverse, the 10 of swords, Strength, Ace of Cups, 2 of Wands, and the High Priestess came out with the 2 of Wands, so I'll take those together. And Serendipity, the Loving Man in reverse, Great Gratitude, and Grief Work. Okay. So, why are they silent? Okay, guys. Well, first of all, I can see we have the 2 of rods or wands here, okay, in reverse, above the wheel in reverse. So, something has happened. They had great plans for you guys moving forward, but something has happened to really throw those plans up in the air, to really thwart those plans. And the wheel in reverse can often indicate, we have the grief card here. So something has happened to cause them grief. So maybe there's been a bereavement for them, or some sort of loss. Now maybe it is a death for someone they know, or it could be the loss of a situation. But either way, they're very thrown off by it. Very, very thrown off. And with the Loving Man card in reverse, this indicates this person, there's a distance now between you guys. Now it could be a physical distance, but I'm thinking more emotional distance, and it's coming from them. And obviously if they're going through some sort of grief, that would explain it, that their energy's tied up with that, and they're very, very distracted by that. Yeah. And we have the serendipity card, and that's kind of about timing, isn't it, and things falling into place. And it's almost like this isn't the right time at the moment. This person is just not able to do that. No, they're just we have the Four Pentacles. It's like they're holding on, they're stuck, they're just in the situation they're in, they can't move forward. And the Strength card below it, so they're very, it's literally, they feel they can't move at the moment, that they are where they are, and they're very much overwhelmed by whatever emotions or grief they're going through. Now we have the Two of Swords, so they know at some stage they're going to have to make the decision to move on. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, so that's about leaving behind, you know, any painful situation that they've been through or experienced yet right now. And it's not like they don't have feelings for you, because they really seem to have a lot of feelings for you. We have the Empress energy again, Divine Feminine if you're female, so they see you as this wonderful, abundant, nurturing person. And we have the Ace of Cups, so it's like there is love there, and it's like they want to have this relationship with you, or this new start with you. But there again, it's just they're not ready for it. They're not ready just yet. And like they see you as the star person, you know, the star energy, wonderful, someone who's full of hope, resilient. They love that about you. And they have the Two of Wands, so, and it's upright this time, so they do have plans for the future. But with the High Priestess coming out with it, these two came out together. The High Priestess energy is also a bit about serendipity. It's about waiting for the right time, doing the right thing at the right time, and they're simply not there yet. They have this work, this grief, this emotional healing to do, and they know that they can't give the moment. So that would explain why there's no contact between you guys. And like we have the Gratitude card, so they do feel a lot of gratitude towards you. And it's not that they don't appreciate you, but they're just, as I said, not in the position at the moment to act on it or even to convey it. Yeah. But yeah, but they do have strong feelings for you. Likewise, they're going through a hard time by the look of it, something that they need to work through before they can move forward. And I suppose the theme here is all about serendipity. The timing isn't right. Things are not lined up the way they need to be for you guys to move forward. Yeah. So that seems to be the reason why there's no contact between you guys. They've been through some major stuff, and they're just not ready yet. Quite ready to be able to have the relationship with you that you both desire and really deserve. Okay, so I hope you like this reading, and if you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. We've pile number 3, which is the Greenstone, and the cards are Five of Swords, Knight of Cups, Seven of Swords, Page of Rods or Wands, Six of Rods in reverse. We have the Star energy, our card, Ace of Wands, Two of Swords, Ten of Wands, King of Pentacles, the Honoring Path, Joyous Fun, Behind a Mask, and Heart and Soul. Oh, and Keep the Faith. Okay, so why are they silent? What's going on? Okay. Okay, I'm sensing they have actually have deep feelings for you. We have the heart and soul card, so this is, tender, loving feelings. Very sweet, very nice. So it's like they have these feelings for you, but it's almost like they haven't been able to express it properly, as in a very mature manner. We have here the Five of Swords, and been totally unaware of what's been happening with them. There's been some sort of rift or in their own minds in terms of this relationship, even though they see you as this star person, this ideal partner, and someone who is very attractive to a lot of people. We had this in the last reading as well. But that star-like quality, and they were very taken by that. And so we had the Knight of Cups energy. So it's like this person's kind of trying to woo you and, be on their best behaviour to do that. Because with the Ace of Wands energy, they wanted this passionate start with you. However, it's almost like they were putting on, we have behind a mask here. It's like they were putting on wearing a bit of a mask now. Granted, a lot of us wear masks in our everyday lives as such, but it's almost like they were trying too hard, and if they were only just themselves, because they were trying so hard that they were putting themselves under a lot of pressure, and if they were just too really, I'm not saying that's the actual reality, I think it's just what's going on, their interpretation of it. So we have the Seven of Swords here and the Two of Swords, and it's almost like they felt a little resentful, or almost like you may have deceived them in some way, even though I doubt you did. But they kind of got themselves tied up in knots over the whole thing. And it's like here now we have the Six of Wands in reverse, and this is about resentment and not seeing eye to eye. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So it's almost like they're striving to be this King of Pentacles type energy, this mature man, whether we're talking about a man or woman here, provider, a good leader, all that kind of thing. But really, they're not there yet. So they've been trying to be something they're not. And it's almost like they feel that felt that you didn't appreciate them. Now, I'm not sure any amount of time or energy towards this person they would feel appreciated, because there is a lack of maturity here. Now, it may be just in terms of the whole area of love. They may be fine in other areas of their life, but it's just the whole love angle has really kind of thrown them. And we have the honouring path here, and it's almost like, because you've been doing what you normally do, you get on with your life, you stand in your own power, and it's almost like, not that they resent that, but they feel that maybe, as I said, you don't appreciate them enough. Likewise, they need to start standing in their own power and stop acting the way they have been. And we have keep the faith. So they need to have more faith in themselves and more confidence that they're going on in their head. But as they're putting pressure on themselves, and I think they just, possibly overnight, they may just have stopped contacting you or something, because it just got too much for them. But as I said, this is their issue that they need to sort. And they need to lighten up. We have joyous fun here. They definitely need to lighten up. And possibly you're somebody who likes a bit of fun, or or is light-hearted yourself. So it's almost like they might have resented that as well. Because we have the Page of Rods here, the Page of Wands. So it's a bit like, it can be a bit of an immature energy. And with the Ten of Wands, then it's like it became a burden for them to, instead of just getting, just be themselves, stop putting on a type of an act really with you. And it's not that they're a bad person, absolutely not, but they were just trying to be their best. And they felt unappreciated. But really, we all just And I know we all wear masks, but that can put a lot of pressure on ourselves. And I think it got a bit too much for this person, and they thought, I'm just not able for all of this. So they may have just, overnight, as I said, they may have just stopped contacting you. But I don't think it was anything to do with you per se. They're just their own insecurities. They need to just to come to terms, and they're having a speed wobble, as we say. So it's just something they have to deal with themselves. Yeah. So let me explain why there's been no contact. So I hope you like this reading. If you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.